So this is about Miss Universe Romania, Bianca Tursin, and her blackface controversy, and here is what I think. So before I go into exactly what I think, I just want to give a little bit of background, but not too much into Bianca. She is Miss Universe Romania 2020. And I know that she was on a lot of people's favorites list. I know the Miss U updates page on Instagram really supports her, really likes her. I never paid much attention to her. She never caught my eye, but she was always someone I was meaning to actually go in and get to know a little bit more and see what it is that other people are seeing about her. So anyway, a photo came out recently, and it is a recent photo of her in blackface for a photo shoot, a glamour photo shoot. As soon as this photo was seen, there was obviously a lot of backlash, and people were very upset about it, and so yeah, it just caused a lot of controversy. And we were just waiting to hear from Bianca, and she issued an apology. So she issued an apology. She basically said, to cut a long story short, first of all, the apology was very much rehearsed, and she shot it in quite a few takes. For me, I know some people that doesn't matter. To me, that lacks sincerity. If you're apologizing for something, it doesn't have to sound perfect. It has to be sincere. That's all I think just generally people want from an apology, is that you mean it. The person actually means it. If you don't mean it, don't say it. And for me, if you're filming an apology, if you want to record your apology and you're doing multiple takes, that just means the sincerity is probably not there. Go on live or just record a video and speak from your heart and just tell your truth. If you mix up your words, you mix up your words. If you know, but at least people can see that you're being sincere. That is my opinion. I don't know if I am being too harsh. So her apology, basically the gist of it was that she was not aware of the fact that blackface was an issue because she's from Romania. They don't have a black population. There's no history of blackface in Romania. Also, the photographer that she worked with, she trusts him. She's worked with him multiple times, and when he comes up with an idea for a photo shoot, she's not one to question him or to say, oh no, I think you're wrong, because she trusts him and they worked together multiple times. So she just didn't think anything was wrong with it. She also says she had no intentions to be offensive to any black people or any other people of color. And she just thought it was a glamorous photo shoot. She also says this photographer's signature colors are black and gold, and what was going on with the photo shoot. So she had absolutely no intention to wear blackface in terms of trying to represent black people or trying to mock black people. That's what she said in general. That's what she said. But you can go onto Instagram and you will see her full apology. Now here is what I think. With regard to her not knowing about the history of blackface, because she's from Romania, a country with no black people, and that history of blackface isn't there, cool. But we're in 2021 now, but we're in the 21st century. We have access to so much information. We have access to Google and so much, the internet, Instagram, Twitter, everything, that ignorance is no longer an excuse about certain issues. You know what I mean? I am from Zimbabwe. I grew up in South Africa. I know the issues in those countries pretty intimately. However, there are other issues around the world I'm not so well aware of, but I will know a general bit about certain things, even though I am not from those countries. I know that to Asian people, if I stretch my eyes out and try to imitate those eyes, they find that offensive. I don't have to go to Thailand, to China, to Japan to know that. I know that because I'm living in a global village and we're aware of certain things. I know that it is offensive to call Native Americans Red Indians. I don't know anything about the Americas in terms of I haven't been there, but I know basic things. And your ignorance is not an excuse at this day, at this day and age, at this era that we're living in. Ignorance is not an excuse. Ignorance is pathetic. What makes this even more pathetic for me is that she is not just some regular person living her life. She entered Miss Romania in order to go and compete at Miss Universe. She wants to represent her country on the world stage. When you are Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss Supranational, Miss International, any of these international titles, you have to have some certain global viewpoint and global awareness of who you are in the world, what Romania, because she's from Romania, what Romania plays a part in the world, and of certain issues that affect various people in the world. The issues of blackface have been discussed ad nauseum in many different platforms. The fact that you don't know about that, that's on you, and that is your fault, and that is you lacking. You cannot even think that it's even appropriate for you to be Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss anything, if you don't know about certain basic issues about Black people, basic issues about Chinese people and xenophobia, and certain issues about native tribes in the Americas, certain issues about issues in Europe and Russia and Islamophobia. Those things are global, worldwide issues that you have to have some knowledge of if you are putting yourself out there to be a representative on an international level. You don't have to be an expert, but you have to have a basic knowledge. I hope that she doesn't win. Not that I hope she doesn't win. She is not going to win Miss Universe, and I hope she doesn't even place, because this type of ignorance is harmful to people. It is actively harmful to people. Now, with regard to her saying that this photographer, she trusts him, she will never doubt anything that he says, I apologize for all the background noise. Okay, so she said that she trusts this photographer and she's not going to question him. Once he came up with the idea and said, let's paint your face black and your body black, your skin black, whatever, it never crossed your mind that maybe this might be dodgy, maybe I've seen something about this in the past. Are you sure about this? Remember, I'm Miss Universe Romania. I want to go to Miss Universe, and you know what I mean? Could this be a problem? The fact that that didn't cross your mind is not our problem. That's bad, and that speaks badly on you. It speaks on your ignorance, and because information is so readily available, it speaks on your willful ignorance. You are online, you're on Instagram, you have access to all this. Because the fact that you don't know about certain issues shows that you're not interested in these issues. You don't have a curious mind, and you're willfully ignorant. And that is terrible. That is dangerous towards people. And with regard to racism, which is what we're essentially talking about, that's what blackface is. It's racism. That is harmful, and that perpetuates racism. So ignorance is not good. That's not a good excuse. It's not as bad as intending to hurt people, intending to be racist, but it's not much less harmful, and it allows racism to flourish. For example, if your photographer had bad intentions, let's say, I'm not saying it is true, but let's say he was actually trying to do blackface and mock Black people in some way. He had nefarious intentions. The fact that you are ignorant, willfully ignorant, allowed that racism to come to the forefront, come and be exposed to the world and expose this harmful image. I am not going to go into why blackface is terrible and the history about blackface. All you have to do is a simple search on YouTube, on Google. You can read whatever medium access that is suitable for you. You can go and you can find information as to the history of blackface and why it is an issue, and it's an issue all around the world. Do not mock people. That's just literally the essential thing about blackface, is that it is meant to be a character. I actually don't even want to go into it because it's so stupid, it's so dumb to go into something so obvious as to why it is so wrong, why it is so disgusting. It's an issue in the USA, and it's a big issue in Europe as well. It may not be an issue in Romania, that I don't doubt at all. Obviously it's not an issue there because I don't know why, but it's just not an issue. But it's an issue in countries in Europe, and it's a worldwide global issue, especially, you know, in a year where the issues of race and how Black people are treated around the world has been brought to the forefront. Even in a year like that, you have not done your research, you have not gone and seen, you know, what's going on, and to educate yourself more about certain issues that you may not understand. That's your problem, that's your fault, and you can kiss the Miss Universe crown goodbye. As far as I'm concerned, you should not win Miss Universe, you should not place, and it's certainly, you are not Miss Universe material because you are ignorant. I don't even think she's watching this. She is ignorant, she is willfully ignorant, and willful ignorance allows evil to take place and to harm people, and it is violent. That's what I think about this situation. What do you guys think? Do you accept her apology? First of all, if you are not a Black person, it is not your place to accept her apology at all, because it's not your place. You were not the intended target. You know, if, for example, if I decide to forgive somebody's cheating husband and I'm not his wife, I'm just some random person, I say, oh, I forgive you, it's not my issue. Like, just an example. So it's not your place to do so. And then if you're Black and you're out here talking about, oh, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. Okay. It's your prerogative, but I think there is a word for people like you. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below, and goodbye.